Look, as a VTuber, I've done some things that I'm not proud of. One of those things is maintaining a full-time job. And another one of those things was apparently sinking way more hours than I remember into Crush Crush. Things have been wild ever since we came into the Nexus. Don't get me wrong, we love the fact that we can traverse into this universe. But lately, we have not been able to come into the Nexus as much as we want to. And I know what you're thinking, but Emil, I thought every time you fall asleep, you get to go into the Nexus and explore all these wonderful anime worlds, or gaming worlds, or anything else you want to do. And yeah, you'd be correct, but the key word in there is sleep. To drift, we actually have to sleep. And lately, we have not been doing any of that. Baby number 2 has me on night watch, Juju is still recovering, and my real world workload decided to Thanos snap my sanity. I ended up working 40 hours in under 3 days trying to transition all my projects. So anime worlds, off limits for now. Why? Because I promised Juju I would not watch anime without her, and I actually like being alive, so that means no anime, but tonight I will be drifting into the game realm. So, why this game? Well, honestly, one night, while bouncing between anime talk, parent talk, core, among others, my unique Gooner algorithm sold out my information and crushed. A crush ad appeared. My brain instantly went, hold up, wait a minute, I know this game. And yes, before anyone asks, today we're going to be logging into the .com version of the game, not the .net version. If you know, you know. Before I jump back into my old account, I actually did try the mobile version just to see how it feels nowadays, and honestly, it runs way smoother than the old web browser. Mainly because as an idle game, it's easy to pop open the app, do a couple clicks here and there, and bam, put the phone away. But also, wow, the progression is so slow, especially if you're free to play, like glacial pace. So I dusted off my old Nutaku.com account. As much as I want to do the moistened, uncensored version, arguably it's the way better version and way more absurd. Anyhow, I typed in the password that my past self left behind like a cursed time capsule, and yeah, past Emil was built different. Immediately when I logged in, I was like, wow, why was early 20s Emil out here grinding like this was a full-time side job? This is not the first time I'm signing in. When I first signed in, and I think it's been years since I was in this account, the 704 trillion wasn't the quadrillion. I was like, oh my lord. I had maxed out jobs, maxed out hobbies, multiple girls unlocked, millions, sorry, quadrillions of dollars. My past self really said, you know what, I don't know what the future holds, but this sounds like a fine investment. To be young and stupid. Now I'm just old and stupid. For those who are normal, have real lives, and are productive members of society, Crush Crush is basically a relationship idle clicker where you accidentally injure girls, apologize a lot, and then slowly win their affection by working jobs, leveling hobbies, buying them gifts. Yeah. You start literally by hitting a girl with your bike, another by dropping a tree on her, and one by detonating a volcano. So, you know, peak romance. Yeah, that's how Crush Crush works. You injure the girl, again, mostly by accident. She immediately becomes part of your life. She starts at a negative relationship level because of the whole, you know, damage thing. Person you work to earn the monies. Things like, you know, fast food worker. You got what? Lifeguard. Where'd the lifeguard go? Lifeguard, astronaut, time traveler, you know, because capitalism is an imaginary adventure. You bet that there's even more grinding. You also have hobbies where you have to level them up to meet certain requirements, because if you want to talk to a girl, you better have level 7 wisdom, level 10 suave, level 12 motivation, you know, real life skills. So what's the point, you may ask? Is there is none. You basically repeat this until she loves you. You can unlock photos, scenes, stories. I think we can do that under stats. Yeah, unlock all the photos and scenes, storylines, ranging from cute to, oh, hello, officer, I swear this hard drive belongs to a friend. But yeah, one thing I completely forgot to mention is the time skip or the prestige system. Located under stats. This is kind of like a reset or a soft reset. You basically reset your progress and earn time blocks, which permanently boost resource generation and speed things up quite a bit. This turns the game from a cute dating sim into an insane multi-timeline grind machine. This is how players get billions, trillions, and eventually ungodly amount of money, like let's say $119.02 quadrillion, which surprisingly is still not enough to buy some mystic slippers. Okay, well, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the video and play through a new game-ish. Even though my account is super progressed, I'm all the way down to... I guess not that bad. Citra. Yeah, man, it gets crazy hard. Like, I'm barely here. 25 mystic candles. Can I afford 25? I guess I can. But yeah, what I mean, this is so slow. This is late game, not even out. Actually, I think I'd be considered mid game. I'm sure people are way further than this. You gotta wait until this goes all the way to 100%, and that'll take a couple days, unless you want to sit here and click, which is actually why I used to use a auto clicker. You know, no one got time for that. So yeah, using that aforementioned loop function, let's basically start from the beginning with all the bonuses unlocked, of course. So for the walkthrough part of this review, let's do this soft reset so you can see what it kind of looks like for new players, but of course with mid-game speed. One bright sunny day, while riding your bike to the local grocery store to buy some poke and Fountain Dew, I should say, a passing bird distracts you and... watch out! You and the bird veer out of control right towards a cute girl in your path. You can't stop in time! Brush. Ah! So this is Casey. Ow, ow, ow. Every time I want to say something sarcastic, it hurts. Yeah, she's a tsundere. We will go through some interactions. First start, it's not going to go this fast. The progress I have represents hours and hours of past gameplay, so this is not the fresh progress. But before we go into some interactions with these lovely girls, let's talk about the UI. So yeah, to me it looks simple, and I think to most it looks simple, but there's actually a lot here. So let's do a quick guide. By the way, everything I'm about to explain can be found in the official wiki. I'll leave the link in the description below. So first we have the character tab right over here. Every girl shows up here. Every girl you unlock shows up here. The tabs show her current affection. So this is her current affection. We're currently in the adversary stage. Her requirements: we need 50 hearts and consume $35. We can also find her gift preferences. So she does like flowers. And of course, on the right side, we see her dialogue. And the infamous content progression. Every time we say sorry, you get a new dialogue. I have an itch on my nose. Oh, poor Casey. Oh, don't even worry about it. I'm doing great. Peachy King, Jelly Bean. Oh wait, no. I look like a toilet paper pirate. Like I said, ridiculous, absurd, kind of corny, but it can be fun. Let's see. We already got our 50 hearts. Do need to consume $35, so let's give her a gift. But As you can tell, it's grayed out. That's because we have 0 monies. Let's not be a good for nothing, and let's go to the second part, the jobs tab. This is where you grind cash. Each job takes time to complete. I'll be here on the top left. You'll see that I have 99 time blocks. I forget how much you start with. I think it might be 5. That tells you how many hours I spent playing this game. But yeah, each job takes time to complete, but higher jobs are going to pay way more, with some exceptions. Leveling a job is essential because every girl expects you to have lots of money, have a career, mostly stop injuring people, you know, basics. Let's start with burger flipping. I'm already out 3 million. Again, this is not going to go this fast. While we're here though, let's go over to the hobbies tab. The hobbies tabs, you need to meet certain criteria to unlock each one, usually by unlocking a girl. Right now we don't have any hobbies, so let's go back to the girls section. Now we have $35. Why can't I buy a gift again? Oh, duh. You have to read that final dialogue and then it will put you to the next category where we are affection meter nuisance. But yeah, new requirements, 100 hearts, easy to accomplish. And now we have to do level 1 suave. So again, going back to the hobbies tab, we have different stats like wisdom, suave, motivation, tenderness, charisma. It's highly recommended you max out all of these because each girl is going to have a stat requirement before she'll progress to the next one. It's like real life, but more organized. So let's do some dancing, get that suave up. Before we head on over back to the girls, we can take a look at our stats. Right now we have 0 reset bonus. We just started a reset. The more you progress with your girls, the higher the reset bonus is. I think we are at 2048. You can edit your character, super simple. Shows all your stats, time blocks, total money ever earned, which for me is 902.9 quadrillion. Current girls met, 1 dates taken. Some pretty fun little stats just to know how your game is progressing. Besides the stats tab up here, we kind of touched on it a little bit. We have our monies, we have our diamonds. This can be earned for free. You don't have to buy it. This can be earned for free by just completing achievements. Just gonna do the achievements tab. Again, every new achievement gets you more time blocks and more diamonds. I've been pretty far. We also have our time blocks right here. We have where our time blocks are going. So right now we only have 2 time blocks being used for work and 3 for our hobbies. Again, this is where you feel the grind and the temptation of the microtransactions because the store. Again, you don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. Don't buy this stuff, guys. It's not worth it. I mean, if you have money to burn, I guess, but come on, donate that shit to charity or something. There's bundles in case you want to unlock new girls. Again, I don't have that many girls, mainly because I don't buy any of these bundles. Phone flings. Actually, this is new. So when I first played this game, we didn't have phone flings. So basically, it's just you get to interact with them. They're time-based. I'm not really going to spend too much time on these side quests in this video. They'll shoot you reminders with this little icon here. There's special scenes. Sometimes a girl texts you. Sometimes you wonder why you're texting a girl who's half ghost, half cat, half chaos. This is a weird game, man. Again, chaotic. Does not take itself too seriously, which I do enjoy. But yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on here, mainly because you're doing the side quest for one thing and one thing only. And that is for, oh, I don't know if I can show this. So, well, you know what? Emil, you're in a good spot. You're covering most of this. Even though this is the safe for work one, it's still a little bit risque, to say the least. The reason why I won't be touching on this is if you're going to be doing the side quest, you're not going to be playing the safe for work. You're going to be playing the not safe for work. And at that point, you know exactly why you're doing the side quests. So yeah, let's back to the girls. We have met our 3 requirements. We are level 1 suave. Alright. I can tell you want to bury the hatchet. Sheesh. Done. Forgive and forget. I'm all about that. And we're off to our frenemy. Now we can do some gifts. The gift shop. This is where you buy gifts, outfits, sometimes entire galaxies for these girls. Late game, this thing gets insane. Like those mystic slippers from earlier, 160. Was it 160? No, she doesn't even have that option. But those mystic slippers, 160 quadrillion. And that wasn't even the expensive one for her. Sheesh. Yeah, so she wants a shell. Easy, 350 bucks. Steep for a shell, but we're millionaires already. I touched on it a little bit, but here is our album where we have the story so far. You again, unlockable photos, you get all the unique dialogue, you get all the affection, milestones. Some start off as tsundere like Cassie, some start as enemies, and others start as someone you accidentally injured with a volcano. It happens. We already touched on the reset, where you can reset the game from scratch but keep all the permanent bonuses. Again, the reset is the backbone of the late game progression, so you can get all these nice and so you can start finishing all these really quickly. We have the Gacha Premium extra content. Yeah, going back to the store because I got distracted with the phone flings. We get to do all sorts of things. You get to buy all these different characters, all these outfits. You get to do some skip resets, time blocks, boots, anything you really want. Again, not really worth it, even if you're doing the not safe for work. Just look it up online or something. Enough of me hating on some of these mechanics. Let's talk about one thing that I actually do really love about Crush Crush. That is that it's extremely self-aware. The humor is over the top, meme-powered, meta, and intentionally ridiculous. Half the time these girls are roasting you, the devs are roasting you, or the game is roasting itself. So, in short, work, earn, give, level, repeat. Until, the girl forgives you, you unlock her art, your hand hurts, and you're questioning all your life choices. Speaking of self-aware and absurd, there's one character that sums all this up, and that's Miss Nutaku herself. Nutaku is the girl based on the website. She's the 5th girl you unlock, and you need level 6 buff in order to unlock her. She's only available in the Steam and Nutaku versions, not on iOS or Android. So to really show you how ridiculous this game can get, we're gonna unlock Miss Nutaku, and we're gonna go through her scenarios. Well, we're gonna go through some of her dialogue. I already forgot. What are we doing? Hand lotion, pay, level, get all these ups, jobs. I'm just gonna get everything. I don't care. We got Quill already. One day while wandering around, you know what? I'm just gonna skip all this. You know what? I'm just gonna skip through all this. I just want to unlock Miss Nutaku as fast as possible. So get to some of those. Let's see. Ellie's unlocked, and there she is. One day, while playing a fun and flirty game on your favorite NSFW website, some weird anime-style shenanigans, probably involving destiny or technology or something, happens and... Rush! 4th wall, and the computer screen is crushed. A sexy, exclusive girl appears. Welcome to your sex-exclusive content, she whispers breathlessly. Are you ready to play with me? I'm afraid I'm not a very good adversary, but it means you'll time but if it means you'll tie me up and punish me, I'll give it a shot. That's funny. Well, now we can definitely make arrangements, love. Keep your friends close and your frenemies closer. Also, have sex with them. Teehee, nice one. Most girls like to be pursued, but I'd love it if you went a step further, tackled and bit me, then you can think you can handle that? Nah, probably not. Wonderful. I love the word legs. Want to help me spread the word? So stupid. I'm so childish. Some lotion. I love it when you speak to me all sweet and seductively. I come from the internet, so I'm used to a very different sort of pickup lines. And yeah, it just progresses like that. I am going to skip through a lot of the dialogue. Have fun reading that if you end up playing the game. I'm just gonna go super quick. Spend money willy-nilly. Oh, how many dates was that? Oh, 5 dates. Oh, this time we're gonna go to the beach. Okay. Lollipop. No, does she want plushie? Level status. And shoes. Damn, man, I remember this game was so hard when I first played it. Mainly because it was just eating up a lot of time. This thing took forever. Necklace. And movie. And designer bag. And 25 inks. And oh, whoa. I might have to block that out. I mean, it's already blocked, but yeah, the NSFW version is crazy. It goes wild. So yeah, now that we've kind of toured the chaos, let's talk about whether you should actually play this thing. So some pros: it's funny, self-aware, has some pretty cute art, lots of content, surprisingly big progression system. It's chill, you know, idle gameplay, not much to do, free to start, works in the background while you do other stuff. The cons: it's a huge, and I mean huge, grind. The late game becomes absurd. Progress slows down to a crawl without doing any of the premium stuff. Repetitive dialogue. Once you read a few, you've read them all. And probably the biggest con of them all is you're gonna start questioning what you started becoming. So yeah, should you play Crush Crush? I mean, if you like idle games, dating sims, progression systems, anime girls, and humor that refuses to take itself seriously, then yeah, honestly, it's pretty solid. But if you hate microtransactions, grindy progressions, clicking 20,000 times, or spending $12 on a virtual player's slippers, then honestly for me, this is a big no. But in the Nexus terms, the compass is going to rate this chaos factor 5 out of 5. It's pretty hilarious, absurd. Grind pain, oof, 5 out of 5. It is meant for those who are masochists. Idle relaxation, 4 out of 5. You know, I can't give it a full 5 because it does get kind of repetitive, and it's just like that takes away from the relaxation of the idle type of game. Art and humor, 4 out of 5. Would be 5 out of 5, but again, some of the dialogue can be super corny by design, but still. Microtransaction aggression, 100 out of 5, man. That the thing, it non-stop bombards you to do some microtransactions, even in the passive ways too, because it's, you get stuck and you're like, oh, if I just spend $1, it's like, oh, that's how they get you. But yeah, final drift rating, it's fun, nostalgic, but the compass is going to refuse to come here a second drift. Oh, Generica, I forgot about Generica. The blushing confidence you approach your high school crush Generica, and you give her a love note, confessing your feelings. It works. She has a crush on you too. You agree to meet up with her later under the sakura trees for a date. As you leave, a cold wind blows, rustling the flower petals. Bam. Rival for senpai crushed. She got stabbed. Strangely, Generica does not show up later for your date. After waiting an hour, you accept that she must not have felt the same way as you. You leave bummed out. Into another girl. Ayaka. Ayaka's pretty funny. She's the, what do they call that type of girl? The yandere. There you go. She's the yandere of this game. Anyhow, that's my walkthrough. That's my review of Crush Crush. Let me know who was your favorite girl. How many loops did you survive? Did you fall for the diamond bundle? Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Emil out. Bye.